Predominantly, there are people who I will do the task, but taking ownership is one thing which people face, right? Now, coming to that, what ownership really means beyond accountability, right? So, one is taking ownership. Are we accountable on what we are taking as it as ownership?
I'd say ownership is a, it's a place to be in. It's like, where am I coming from? And when I say ownership, if I really have to look at it, it's a place where I am, like I just mentioned, I'm taking charge, which means the opposite of ownership would be, blaming or being a victim rather. So if I'm being a victim, then I'm not taking ownership. But if I'm being an owner, if I'm taking ownership, then I'm not going to be a victim. Ownership is a place where I take complete charge. Does not mean everything is my responsibility, may not be. However, I say that, okay, I own this, which means, how do I respond to this particular thing? Not react. How do I respond to this one thing? Even if things are not happening, I would be like, okay, what more could I have done here? Or what's missing on my part? That's one way of looking at it. Or maybe it's time for us to part ways now. I'm owning it up. And I own it up because fundamentally it impacts who I'm being, it impacts my peace of mind, it impacts the way I show up. Most of us, and I see so many leaders, they struggle because I'm not taking charge, I'm not taking ownership of it. There is so much of clutter here, there's stuff that's happening here and there, and I'm just not owning it up. And when I don't own it up, the lingering feeling is just going on and on and on. And I get more and more into that victim mode. And when I'm in victim mode, I do not progress. Things don't move ahead. I can keep sulking. I can keep saying, this is not working, that's not working, things are not happening. But I don't really ever move towards creating anything. So ownership is very critical. What ownership is? Taking charge.